Hello, YouTubers. We just made it back. Actually, we made it back last night, and I just set the tent up on the truck so that it would dry out because it was still pretty wet when we put it away yesterday, and it was too late to come in because of the dew last night. So I've set it up this morning to dry out the tent so we can put it away and put it in the garage until our next adventure. But I wanted to take enough time to actually tell you guys not to be afraid to buy this particular one because it really turned out really nice on our trip, and it was easy to install. Well, kind of easy. It was like complicated, but it wasn't like hard. The ladder, I modified the ladder with a hole so that it would work out better for my positioning of the tent, and that worked out well. You can see the mattress is folded up still from when we had it, folded up before. I haven't been inside to actually do anything, and there's no stinky smell or anything else, and it just worked wonderful. You just can't believe how nice a job it did. I was real pleased with it. The quality of the tent is super, so I would not hesitate to buy another one in a minute, and we plan on using this one more. When I put the dog in here, the dog was a challenge. I'll say that. She's 41 pounds and I'm 73 years old, and so it was kind of hard to get it up in there, but it worked out. I finally figured out a way to lift her where I've got her actually more under control, and when I do that, then I get over to the ladder and I climb up, and I have to climb up one stairs up, and then I can kind of lean in and set her here. I tie this up out of the way. Tie this up out of the way. Once I get her to about right here, I just kind of plop her in and set her, and she plops. As far as moving around in here goes, it's kind of like, I'm kind of like a beached whale in here, and I kind of flop. It still is not a problem. It's pretty secure. You can see I'm in here now. You can see this is the 2-inch pad that we added to it. This is the pad that comes with it. This is a 2-inch pad that we added to it. And I think the 2-inch pad is really required to get really good sleep. The shoe bag works out well. We actually used our shoes. I put the keys to the truck in here too, so I wouldn't lock them up. You can see it rides well. I have a Ridgeline truck, and there's a difference between the back and the front here on the back, and the distance is approximately 2 inches from here to here. So I couldn't find a truck rack, bed rack, that would actually fit this Ridgeline. They kept saying, this does not fit your truck, this does not fit your truck, this does not fit your truck. So I went out and I bought a couple 2x4s. Actually, I bought 4 2x4s. And I worked them, put them in here, and I tried to do as neat a job as possible so it didn't kind of look too bad. But as the tent's folded up and you're driving down the road, you hardly notice these pieces of wood at all. It's very secure. It holds the tent wonderful, and the brackets that come with the tent actually fit the 2x4s perfectly, like they were made for the 2x4s. So it's kind of, you know, I'm really pleased with how that did that. And the way I installed them, there's no drilling into the truck at all, and so when I remove the tent and I can remove the boards, there's no signs that I had it in there. And I wanted to do that. I'll talk more about that later, but the tent, talking about the tent, it just really worked out well. We put a fan in it, and I do think you need a fan, and I do think you need a little topper to put in there to be comfortable. But you don't have to have it to your full distance, or you don't have to be so complete, you know, to have if there's one person in there, you don't need the topper to go all the way across. You just need a sleeping pad, something just to give you a little more cushion if you're a side sleeper. If you're a back sleeper, you're probably all right. But it's a good buy. Don't be afraid of it. It's wonderful. And this tent's plenty heavy. When I was lifting it up there and getting it in there, I was glad it only weighed 116 pounds and not 150, I guarantee you. This is what the rack looks like in its completed form. And I used the 4 tie-down corners to actually tie the rack down. And you can see that it just doesn't move any. And this is after the trip, and I haven't done anything to tighten them. I only snugged them down. I didn't like crank them hard. And as you can see, there's a little bit of slack, but it just doesn't move. You see, I have it basically as far forward as I can. I notched the tie down in front so that it would go across the 2x4 or through the 2x4, and then on the back side here, it sits on this little post right here, and then I just used the tie downs to tie it down. And it rained today, and so I had to stop working on the thing out here, and the wood got wet and everything else, but it didn't bow. It just held up perfect. So I'm thinking, I think maybe around $20 is what I got into this. And I just painted it with some paint that I had laying around the house for interior trim on the cabinet. And that's basically it. It's pretty simple, and I'm going to start taking it out now and see what happens. Oh, here's the tent here. I put the tent on this cart here so I can wheel it around. And this is what it looks like down. It's 116 pounds, and it's pretty bulky. So, so much for that. But it did a good job. The rack did a good job. The tent did a good job. I'm happy with it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.